Hello, welcome to Convict Inc. I'm your host, Robert Rosso. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. If you like this video, share it, like it, use it on your channel, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. Keep subbing. The memberships on this channel, I have to go get figured out. Again, treat me as tech illiterate. I know how to push the button on the cell phone and do the camera. Splicing of the videos and everything, obviously, I'm learning, but I like doing this, I guess because it's easier. I'm going to talk about Silverstein, Tommy Silverstein, again. I should probably space out this AB stuff, but I just came across a couple things, and there was something I knew, and I wanted to bring it up. I watched some good prison channels today. What is the one guy, two black guys, Unique, and then the DC Blacks guy. Something came out of there about Barry Mills, and I'm going to do a separate one. That proves my point on what happened, on what I was saying on yesterday's video. But let's just do Terrible Tom Silverstein. Tommy Silverstein, no joke. Al Prophet does a really good background and a really good, that channel, Al Prophet, does a really good history of Silverstein. Basically, what happens, it's to skip how he gets into San Quentin and the feds. His dad gets out of McAllister's real biological father, not the Silverstein Jew father, the stepfather. The real father gets out, they rob a bank together, get like $4,000 in Long Beach. Longo, shout out homeboys in Longo. They robbed like $4,000 back in the day. That it might have been some money. Tommy Silverstein's mom rats him out. Tommy Silverstein's own mother. Guy will never see the day of light again. We all know Silverstein, murderous guy, serious man. Goes to ADX. There's a guard there by the name of Klutz, who fucked with Silverstein regularly. I'm sorry, as of the Key Turns channel, but I know some guys also that were there too. They said that Klutz was a total asshole. I'm not saying he should have been killed. All you correction officers, I know there's a big thing about him and you guys hold him dearly because he was killed by Silverstein. I am coming from a convict's perspective. The dude should have left his shit alone. He should have quitted fucking with Silverstein. When you fuck with somebody, those are kind of the results sometimes. Kids, don't go to prison. Kids, don't kill prison guards, okay? Just want to make that a point. But by all indications, he kept fucking with Silverstein. You fuck with the bull, you get the horns. Sadly, those horns ended up killing the guy. Now, what they ended up doing is they ended up slamming Silverstein down. True solitary confinement. But before that, he was in Atlanta. Entered 1987. A lot of the Cubans from the Marion, is that how you say it, boat lift or whatever, they started rounding up a bunch of Cubans. Cubans were getting locked up or they're rounding them up. And they put them in Atlanta. They take over Atlanta, I think it's 1987, Cuban riots. Take guards, hostages, and let Silverstein out of the hole. What does Silverstein go do? Probably something I would do. Goes and gets fucked up. So when the National Guards come in and they're making a deal with the Cubans to let the guards out, one of the first things they asked was, we want Silverstein. Give us Silverstein. That's how scared of Silverstein they were. Silverstein's fucked up on dope. He's higher than a kite. When they let him go, boom, he hit the booze and the bot and the pills and the dope, whatever it was. I don't know what kind of drugs. Carmine Persico talked about it before. He was not there, I don't know, but he heard a lot of people. But Carmine was telling me the story about Silverstein, I think by one of the guards that told him, whatever. 100% Silverstein got fucked up. That's what the Cubans did. They got him fucked up too. So he gets out and gets high. I probably would have done the same thing, okay? Now, you'll see Peter Early, the author of The Hot House. They do an interview with Silverstein. That interview was done underneath the prison at Leavenworth. They said they had the light on all the time, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but what they did do then is they built to the side of the segregation unit, which is a county jail within Leavenworth, they built a separate room. It was a cell for Silverstein. They had an outdoor rec cage in it. They had like a visitation room, although I don't think you ever got visits. I don't think they allowed it. But what they called that place, and I talked about this before, is the dog kennel. Silverstein was referred to as the dog. I used to frequent the shoe and I think it was the lieutenant or the captain had to feed him. It wasn't just a regular hack couldn't feed the dude. Hack is a prison guard. But I think it was 2 or more. I've been corrected on this before by former USP Leavenworth correction officers. So I believe it was at least a lieutenant or better. And maybe more than one person had to bring him his food. But they referred to him as the dog. While he was in the dog kennel, and by the way, in the bubble in the shoe, they had cameras, and you can see Silverstein. I seen him work out before. Most of the guys that have been in the shoe in Leavenworth, when we're going to rec cages, you can see the dog kennel, the cameras inside the dog kennel. So anyway, I did a video about this. There was a day when me and my brother TC, Tracy Carson, rest in peace, died of what's it called when your eyes bulge out? Thyroid, hyperthyroidism, or whatever. Graves' disease. We were in the shoe, and it was our day for the phone. How that works is they got a phone on a pole. They roll it around from cell to cell. We got like a phone call once a month unless we were on phone restriction. Picks up the phone. TC picks up the phone. There's Silverstein. Silverstein had a phone in the cell. I don't know if he had a permanent phone or if it was he can use it sometimes, but if he picked it up, he can then hear the guys. I think it was on A range. I want to say it was on A range. Could be C, but it was on A, I'm pretty sure. Well, Silverstein first wants to know about Aryan Brotherhood, who's out there. TC told him about us dirty white boys. He didn't heard of the dirty white boys. I think it was like, what's the dirty white boys? Now, or I could have misunderstood because I think they knew what dirty white boy. No, he wouldn't have known. That was in the 80s. That was in the 90s. No, he wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have known. So yeah, he did say, what are the dirty white boys? I was going to say, possibly he said, I didn't know the dirty white boys or something, but the dirty white boys didn't form till after Silverstein actually left Marion. Anyway, because there was a bunch of dirty white boys at Marion once later on. That's where I got the confusion. So one of the first thing he asked is, send me some dope. We did send Silverstein, and I'm almost positive. So TC used to get grams. If you didn't get grams, you weren't going to send nobody shit. I used to get grams. TC used to get grams of heroin. $500 a gram, 3 for 1,000. And so you're able to send somebody some drugs. So we did, and we did it via the laundry. Now, he had to get his clothes clean. Correctional officers can leave comments in here because you guys watch my channel, I know, some of them. So I don't know how that worked. I have no confirmation to say that he got the 50, I think it was a pretty fat paper of heroin, black tar heroin. I don't have no way of knowing he got it. Skip all these years later, I'm in FMC, FMC Butner, and there's a couple guys that I did time with. One of them used to get a lot of pot, and he worked in the commissary. Well, I didn't know they were sending Silverstein dope through the commissary. Now, you correctional officers that brought him this stuff, I don't know how it worked. I don't know if you guys opened his products, but they thought that you did. So whatever, I think it was deodorant, I'm not sure. Did I write it down? Because I did take notes to do future video. They were using the deodorant, so they would actually get the products, open them up, hollow them out, and reseal them. Okay, so I'm sure, let's just assume that all the correctional officers would be looking through his stuff. It gets monotonous, it gets old. When you don't find nothing, you kind of get real lax about it. So at some point, so he was getting drugs in. This is the story. Tommy Silverstein actually was getting high in the dog kennel, which was no human contact. Drugs were getting to him. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you. Well, it was over a 2-year period, I know, okay? How much over a 2-year period? I don't know. I do know he said he sent weed in. There was one guy that sent weed in, and I can't name these people because they got things in court right now. And this is what they asked me not to say. I don't know how he would have smoked the weed. Well, I know if you get weed in because he's on camera. But then again, those guards weren't really watching the cameras on him very much either. You get tired of watching fucking cameras all day. I did a video not long ago about a 1E, the psych unit in FMC. They have a camera room where they watch all the guys in the cells. 70% of the time the guards were asleep. That's where they went. It's like whoever was partying all night got that job. so they can go in and go to sleep or something. But, you know, it's easy. So if you want to get a little bit of marijuana, they're actually small papers. You roll it up in a Bible paper, you get 2 batteries, you get a staple, you put them together, you create fire, you can smoke. Now, if you're on cameras, I don't know how Silverstein would have done that. Heroin would be really easy. You snort it. We didn't send him an outfit, which is a syringe. But two things of importance in this video. Number one, because I don't hear much about it. When when the Cubans handed him over, they got him fucked up first. Or he was already, I don't know if they intentionally did it or he was wasted, but he was completely wasted when they handed him over. So the first thing he did was get out and get high. The first thing he does when he talks to humans, where's the dope? You know, I can't say that I wouldn't have done it. I don't know. I wasn't in the guy's shoes. For sure, Silverstein, probably one of the most isolated human beings that we know of in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Like I said, they did keep him in the dog kennel. You know what? God bless him if he was able to get some relief now and then. And I'm not encouraging people to get high or do drugs. But whatever. Next, and I should spread this AB type content out. Barry Mills. Proof that Barry Mills was a rat. Be waiting for that video.